Hi, this is Billy Valenzuela from West Valley High School, talking to you today about everything you need to know about ASB Financial stuff. First, I want to make sure you understand that the Associated Student Body refers to all of the students here at West Valley High School. They are just represented by the student government that meets during period 2 every day. The ASB and student government are the students' venue for fundraising and spending and a voice for the students. It's important you understand that all the money in your student account here at ASB belongs to the students, and they must direct how that money is spent. I want to warn you that because that money belongs to the students, if they have not authorized or approved spending, we will not reimburse or pay for anything. You can only purchase things with ASB funds through the ASB purchase order process and ASB check process. You're not allowed to make purchases without student government approval prior to purchase, okay? All right, there are 3 things you need. There are 3 forms you need to fill out every year if you're a coach or club advisor. You're going to find these forms in a document package that we're going to be sharing with you and keeping on Google Drives. The first is an application for a student club. The second is a budget. And the third thing is a compliance form that shows that you were here for this presentation or you watched the screencast version of it. Now your budget's going to go over how much money and how you're going to raise that money, any way you're going to spend that money. We understand these things can change, but we need to see a plan before that plan changes, okay? Let's get to how to spend money. This is the greatest need for coaches and advisors. First of all, you understand the money belongs to the students, and so we need to see evidence that there was student direction or approval for any spending purchase, okay? We have meeting minutes attached in your document package so that you know how to keep track of formal meeting minutes. We need to see formal meeting minutes that show that students approved any purchase we make at a meeting, okay? Once students direct that spending, or you could pitch an idea to the students and have them vote on it as well. But once students have made a decision to make that spending decision, you need to fill out a purchase order request form. Now, those purchase order request forms are pink, and we have hundreds and hundreds of them here in ASB. You're going to see a copy of that purchase order form in your document package as well. The purchase order form request you make is based on an estimate or quote you received from a vendor for your purchase. It's important you understand that those estimates or quotes come before you make any purchase. So please don't buy anything until you have an estimate or quote. You fill out that purchase order request form. Here's what that looks like. You're going to fill out this top part here. We want a description of what you're buying and who we're buying it from. Now, if you're buying something specifically directly from a vendor, you're going to put their name as items to be purchased from here. But if we're buying something from you, if you're going to buy something and then bring in a receipt for reimbursement, we're going to be buying that from you. Basically, whoever's name is in this line here, item to be purchased from, that's who we make the check out to. So if we're making it out to you, you're going to put it there. Once ASB has your purchase order forms, we'll either approve or deny them. Either way, you're going to get a gold paper that explains why we denied it, or an approved paper with your purchase order number on it. Once you've received this gold paper, you are now free to buy things. You can either give the purchase order number to the vendor, or you can buy it and then turn in an itemized receipt for reimbursement. We will need the original invoice or itemized receipt to make sure we cut the check. Here's what that gold paper looks like. Here's the approval side. Here's the denial side. Once you're approved, you can just fill this out and then tell us if you want us to mail the check or return it to whoever requested it. All right, invoices. Invoices are what you get after you have decided to buy something. If you want to find out how much something costs, you should be asking for a quote or an estimate. Quotes or estimates are what you get before you make a spending decision. Invoices or itemized receipt is something you get or turn in after you get a spending decision. Now remember, the money belongs to the students. So if you get an invoice before a spending decision has been approved, we're going to deny your reimbursement or payment. we need to see a quote or estimate before the spending decision and an invoice or itemized receipt after. That's why those words are capitalized. If you get an invoice and you're turning it in and there's no purchase order approval for that invoice, you just made a good donation to the school. We really appreciate it. Turn in a fundraiser request form so we can process your donation. Thank you very much. Make sure if you ask for a quote from a vendor and they send you an invoice, just tell them, hey, I can't get an invoice until we have a spending decision. Can you please send me a quote or an estimate for the cost of the goods or services? You can invoice me if we decide to make this decision and if it's approved. Okay? All right, depositing money. If you're doing some type of fundraiser where you have to make a deposit, we're going to fill out a deposit slip for you so you can keep track of how much money is being deposited into your account. We have our bookkeeper here. Tim Hannum is our bookkeeper right now. He's available here every day during lunch and up until at least 3:30 p.m. every day. After 3:30, if you have money to deposit, find an administrator here on campus, either through the radio, and then put that money in the after-hours vault. Do not hold money in your car. Do not take it home. Do not lock it up in a file cabinet. Find an administrator and use the after-hours vault to make that deposit, okay? And definitely, when you're putting that money in, make sure you count that money with that administrator. You do not ever want to count money alone. That's how you get in trouble. That's how you are liable for it. Okay, so put that money in the vault. Do not keep it. Do not count it alone. Place it in the vault. Don't place it in the vault alone. Place it with an administrator. Just don't be alone with the money. Okay. Here's what that deposit slip looks like. We're going to count this up together. You're going to see 2 signatures to show that it's been counted. Your own and our count, or two of us, an ASB or administrator, an ASB person. You're going to get a copy of this for your records, and we're going to keep one for our records as well. If you're handling cash, let's say you're selling concessions or selling car wash tickets, if you need a change box, please give us at least 24 hours advance notice so that we can make sure one is ready for you and you have everything you need. Anytime you handle cash, you must use some form of cash control. That could be numbered tickets, that could be a receipt book, and if you don't have numbered tickets or a receipt book, guess what? We do, and we'll give them to you. We want your fundraiser to be successful. We want things to be safe. We want things to be accountable. You must use a cash control. If you're selling concessions, like if you're selling, Snickers bars and soda, use a tally sheet with at least 2 people. Just have them make a tally mark every time they sell a Snickers bar, every time they sell a soda. Make a little mark so that the money you turn in is counterbalanced with a record of sales. Okay? Anytime you're doing fundraisers, you do need to get a fundraiser request form. We have that in your document of packages as well. You can also find them in the ASB room. You need to complete that before you raise money for your club or sport. We need to have permission to do the fundraiser before we get the money for the fundraiser. We meet twice a week to review and approve all of these things. We don't call special meetings for these, so if twice a week isn't enough, you need to review your planning and preparation procedures, okay? And you need to do a fundraiser request form anytime you expect ASB to collect funds or anytime you will be making a deposit. Okay, that includes donations or any donation solicitations. Here's what that form looks like. We have a copy of that form in your document package on your Google Drive, okay? Every month, we're going to give you an encumbrance report. This is going to let you know how much money is in your account, how much you spent, how much you earned in your fundraisers. Just review it and sign it. It's our way of making sure you get a chance to see and double checking that our accounting is right. All right, special for coaches and the athletics departments. Every one of your teams has a club account with ASB. And I don't know if you knew this, but you're a coach and you're a club advisor now as well. We have a tournament policy. We're going to pay for one tournament for every single one of your sports this year, up to $500 worth of cost. You still need to fill out a pink form because you are making a purchase order request, but we'll pay up to $500 any tournament. Please bring tournament entry form and the pink form and minutes that the students approved it, and you're good to go. If you don't go to a tournament, we will transfer $300 into your account, but that doesn't do as good for your team as participating in a tournament will. So please, please, please enter those tournaments. We'll pay for at least one of them. If people are going to be getting sports letters for your sport or club, we want to see all the criteria, a list of all the managers, and any debts people owe you. Submit all that stuff to us so that we can make sure that you collect to replace that gear and the students get their letters in a timely fashion. If you're in a sport in which we collect money for, volleyball, basketball, football, wrestling, you can make a gate list to allow people free entry into any of your games. This is limited to 10 names, and coaches, you can only make a gate list for your own sport, right? If you're the basketball coach, you can't allow people into the wrestling competition for free, okay? If you're the football coach, you can't turn in a bunch of gate names for volleyball. It's a limit of 10 coaches. We don't make that a limit because we need to be raising this money to pay for the tournaments. The money we collect pays for CIF and Southern Section, state, and Mountain Pass League fees as well. So make sure that you stay judicious on your gate list. If you're doing some type of fundraiser where kids are buying stuff from a catalog, don't collect any money for any payments anytime. If there's a reason for you to collect money, make sure we understand that reason. If you want kids turning money, just send us a copy of your order form and a copy of your team roster. We're going to handle all the payments for you. We'll do the receipts. We'll do the cash controls. You don't have to do any of those things. Get that fundraiser request in, give us a catalog, a roster, and we will handle all of your payments, okay? Additionally, team pictures are coming up. If you're a winter coach, we're going to be doing them in January. If you're a spring coach, we're going to be doing them in April. The team pictures are difficult to schedule. We have many sports going on simultaneously. Someone's practice is going to be interfered with. I apologize in advance. We work around tournaments, we work around games. But if we worked also around practices, the only time we can take pictures is Sunday morning at 8 a.m. So some of you, your practice is going to be interfered with. I apologize in advance. Should only be one day that it's going to be interfered with. All right, so to review, if you're going to spend money, you need ASB approval first. If you're going to raise money, you need ASB approval first. If you're not sure about something, ask for ASB advice and consent. Tim Hannum is our bookkeeper. He's wonderful and he's great at his job. You can call him anytime, email him there. I'm your ASB director. There's my extension there. There's my email address there. If you have any questions, need any help, clarification, please let us know. One of our students are also going to be liaising with you to help make sure that you're good to go and you have any of your questions answered. But please, please, if you're not sure about something, let us know. All right. Oh, one more warning. Do not make any order or make any purchase without having a purchase order number. Remember, it's the student's money, and if they haven't approved any purchase, we will not be able to pay or reimburse for that ever. No exceptions. You'll be personally responsible for it. Thank you for the donation. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please call, email me. I thank you very much for watching this screencast. Have a great day.